Hi and welcome back to Dave Does Outdoors. I've been asked to run through my current kit, what we're using just now when we're out and about doing some wild camping. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks again for all the likes and subscribes and all your support. It's much appreciated, so thank you. We're going to run through my tent, my current tent, my sleep system, my cooking system and setup. Obviously, depending on what you're doing, I've got some extra kind of bushcraft, big knives, heavy stuff. If you're going on kind of lightweight expedition stuff, then you're going to minimise, and we know people that are counting every single gram, which is fair enough, especially if you're trekking and you're hiking. So it's going to be a compromise between kind of cost, weight, how much you need to take, how many luxuries you need, and so on. So as long as you're running through, you're taking your time, what will I need, what am I going to eat, what am I going to sleep on, have I got everything to do with my tent, you run through that kind of order. You shouldn't go too far wrong. So we're going to run through some bits and pieces today, and hopefully that will be helpful for people, particularly if you're starting out and you're thinking about trying to maybe do a wild camp or get out and about a little bit. It doesn't need to be costly. You can pick up a lot second-hand, eBay, on the internet and so on. Look around. It doesn't need to cost a lot of money. Okay, well we'll just start and we'll run through what we've got. So you'll need something to sleep under. Tarps are getting really big. Obviously you need something to be able to suspend a tarp from, but for the purposes of today, this is the Vango again. Check one of my previous videos out. The Nevis 200. It's proven to be a good little tent. It's not a 4-season tent, so I'm actually kind of looking to get something that's going to be a little bit more durable, particularly in the winter. And then my sleeping bag, it's a Berghaus Plateau. Again, comfort rating down to about 0. So it's not a winter bag. Thermarest roll mat, again it's an very old, early model. It inflates, and they're good, really good. Self-inflating, a couple of puffs, but it's a thin one. I've actually got a thicker one coming, which will hopefully be a bit more comfortable. And then my inflatable pillow by Vango. So again, some of these are probably luxuries, quite bulky. And then this is just an extra layer of tinfoil matting that I've been using underneath my Thermarest, which is helping to kind of rebound any body heat back in and give you a kind of layer between you and the ground. Rucksack. 75 litre, it's a Berghaus Antaeus. So again, quite an old model, but it's big, and it's a sort of 65 litre, but you can expand the side pockets to add more literage, and it's got a kind of biofit system. So again, depending on your budget. Cook system, I've been using the Coleman dual fuel. Again, check out one of my previous videos. I reviewed that stove. It's an old stove of mine. I've recently picked up the Pocket Rocket by MSR, so I'm going to do a review on that. Haven't used this. This is going to be a bit kind of more winter. You have to get the tripod stand. We'll talk about that later. And then this is a paraffin fuel, liquid fuel burner, and then that's your windshield. So as well as the kind of cooking system, obviously you'll need to have either a cup or something to cook in, water. This is my gourmet food set which I made. Salt, pepper, oil, handy to have it all together. And then again, this is a really crucial little bag of extras here. Fire lighters, that's my copper wire for my fire grill, mosquito mats, mosquito headrest, what goes over your head, light which also charges, phone. You need to make sure you've got your phone cables. You wouldn't take a heavy knife unless you were going bushcrafting. Toothbrush, toothpaste, whistle for safety on the hill, lighting. I've got my ferro rod and lighter, head torch, earplugs for wind, compass. I'd probably take my Swiss Army knife on most trips because you can't go wrong with that. And then first aid kit with in there we've also got my tick removers, which is important nowadays. I'll do a different film on tick removing. I've had a few, removed them successfully. This. So again, you wouldn't take that unless you're going wild camping, you're going to have a fire. If you're way up in the hills where there's no wood, you'd just be taking some sort of gas or paraffin. So depending on where you're going and what your mission is, and then if you're going to use the toilet, it's nice to be able to put it away, but again, when you're outside there's lots of space, so we just need to leave no trace, as they're saying. So I guess your roll mat's crucial, your tent's crucial. I mean, this is all pretty crucial. It doesn't look much weight wise, but when you add it all up, it can become really quite weighty. So you're always trying to kind of struggle weight. Depends how far, because you add water, you add food, it really does add in weight. But for the purpose of today, that was really just a quick little run through of the kind of current gear. And as I said, there's a couple of wee upgrades coming, roll mat and tent, probably heading towards the winter. So yeah, but leave some comments, because I'm keen to, if you've got any questions or any comments, please leave them below, because I'm really keen to be kind of sort of supporting as many people as I can, and to get into the outdoors, which is what the channel's all about. So hopefully everyone's looking after themselves. The schools are going back this week up here in Scotland, so that's a good thing. Try and get a bit of kind of normality and a little bit of kind of routine. Here's Audrey coming in. You coming in? So yeah, thanks for the support. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share a bit. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, so if you check out the Instagram, we're doing a giveaway of the gourmet cook set, so trying to promote what we're doing. So listen, thanks again for joining me. Take care.